Hello and welcome to today's Wargame Replay video. My name is Rob Doan and I'm the curator of the Naval War College Museum. Last month we challenged the National Museum of the United States Army to play a wargame live streamed to our Facebook page, which featured a scenario set at the end of the Guadalcanal campaign in February 1943. The game we are playing is called Order of Battle, and in our live session we played the first 4 turns of this 12-turn scenario. If you missed the live stream and need to catch up, you can find the replay in the videos section of the Naval War College Museum Facebook page or on our YouTube channel. My opponent AJ and I played turns 5 through 9 offline, and over the next few days we're going to show you what happened during the middle part of the game. This is all leading up to our next live session on Thursday, March 18th, when we will play out the final 3 turns for you, our audience. So let's take a look at what happened on turn 5. Led by the Marines, AJ's Americans advanced down the road, trying to catch my retreating Japanese. He also decided to use his naval aircraft in a scouting and bombing role, which is bad news for the Japanese battalion at the end of the column. It's got just 1 strength point left after these attacks. Out in Iron Bottom Sound, the U.S. Navy continues to search for the main Japanese fleet, but without success. On my half of the turn, I decide to move my lead ground unit inland onto a mountaintop where I hope they'll benefit from good defensive terrain. They don't need to fight off the entire U.S. Army, they just need to survive until the end of the game. The rest of the Japanese will try to make it to the docks at the northern end of the island and escape by sea. I now implement part of my plan for the Navy and use my cruisers to bombard the U.S. Marines, slowing their advance and hopefully allowing at least 1 or 2 of the Japanese battalions to escape. Fortunately, I have no trouble getting the Navy to support the Army, something that was certainly not always the case during the actual war. Out on the water, I've stationed my submarines in such a way as to protect the evacuation force from the U.S. fleet. I'm hoping to score a few hits on a battleship or aircraft carrier if AJ moves them this way, but so far all they've run into is his destroyer screen. In keeping with the practices of the Japanese High Command during World War II, I've devised a complex plan to attack the U.S. fleet. While my submarines and cruisers patrol off the tip of Cape Esperance, my 2 aircraft carriers, Zuiho and Junyo, approach from the northeast and begin launching aircraft. They can only launch 1 aircraft unit per turn. In what may prove to be a pivotal decision, I hold back the first units to launch and will wait for the entire strike force to take off before sending them on to look for targets. And that's the end of turn 5.